Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. Last night I did a story on this woman that's pictured up here. Her name is Janice Ferguson. She's out of my town, Houston. Shout out Houston. And I told the tragic story of what happened to her. Tonight, I want to sit and talk to you about something that was very similar to what happened to Miss Ferguson. And this guy is a maniac as well. For some reason, you guys have been sending me a lot of these videos about, just abuse, domestic abuse and stuff like that. And I've been covering them. And this one's no different. This guy right here, whose name is, let me see, I got it. David Morin Jr. And guys, listen. This guy brutally beat and choked his girlfriend at the time. And this really happened in July 2023 because he's arrested now. And he did something after that. Now, he did this several times. And they split up and he still was bothering her. Guys, I'm going to spare you the details because you got to hear this. Take a look at this video and we're going to come back and do what we do on this. This is disgraceful.
Man is in jail this morning accused of beating and choking his girlfriend.
And this is not apparently the first time the suspect is facing charges for assault. Against 5's Vanessa Croy has been following that investigation for us. She's joining us live now. Vanessa, good morning to you. The details of this case are just disturbing, to say the least.
Yes, a warning to our viewers this morning. There are disturbing details to this case. According to an arrest warrant, David Morin Jr. got into an argument with his girlfriend because she wanted to work at a strip club. And that's when police say he attacked her. And when she tried to get away, he bit off a piece of her nose. Well, the attack happened in July of 2022. Or July of last year. Detectives say Morin and the victim had split up, but Morin started calling the 32-year-old woman and then broke into her apartment. According to that warrant, Morin became enraged because the victim was going to work in a gentleman's club. That's when police say Morin choked her and then bit off a piece of her nose. Morin is also accused of attacking the same woman in April of 2022. In this attack, investigators say Morin slammed the victim's head into the wall of the shower, choked her, then kicked her multiple times. David Morin Jr. was also arrested back in 2013 and charged with murder. But according to online court records, the case has been dismissed because a witness didn't show up to testify. For now, Sarah, Barry, back to you.
Guys, that's the story of Mr. David Morin Jr., age 34, out of San Antonio, Texas, another insecure psychopath. Now, the story goes, I'm up here looking at this article, and it's a short article. It doesn't have anything different than what was said in the video, but except one thing it says, when Morin walked into her apartment 2 weeks before the incident, not 2 weeks before the incident. It says, when Morin walked inside the apartment, police said he noticed some employment papers belonging to his girlfriend on the table. They then started an argument. It says during the argument, Morin allegedly grabbed his girlfriend by the throat and started choking her. Morin eventually released his grip and grabbed her closely by the shoulders. Morin then bit his girlfriend's nose, tore off a piece of it before he fled from the scene. Now, I've been doing these stories as of late, and it says up here that they've only been dating since 2022. So July is what, the 7th month? 6th month. Let me see. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 7 months. 7 months into the relationship, and he done bit her face. You bit somebody's face. Your girlfriend's face, because she went to work in a strip club. I want you to pay attention to the whole dynamic. She's looking for a job. Doesn't say if she was working or not. Didn't say if he was working. So think about this. A woman decides to do a job while she has a boyfriend He sees the papers, immediately cries foul. What was you scared of? Her meeting somebody else that was better than you? Her wanting to be a stripper? Or you thought somehow her employment in that place would corrupt her and make her undesirable or not want you anymore? Think about that. Why was you scared of her going in there? Because you already corrupted by something else that she can't prevent, and she bore the brunt of. This motherfucker's a savage. He's a savage who chokes somebody, beats him up, chokes him, and then gets close enough, and then Do you know how hard you have to bite somebody to bite a piece of their nose off? Why would you do that to somebody that you claim you love and want to be in a relationship with? He's 34, she was 32 at the time. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This guy right here, several times. Now they done split up since that. And since the split up, he then came back stalking, attacked her multiple times. One time they said he banged her head up against the shower. The towel shower. She's lucky she got out of there right now. I'm telling you, this new breed of dude that's out here is going to be relentless. If you ever wanted to know what it would be like to be hunted by Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees, you're about to see the preview. You're seeing it right now. These dudes are relentless. The law doesn't stop them. They they don't care about restraining orders. Don't care about the police. Sometimes they'll kill you in front of the cops and hope they can accomplish the job before the police get in the door hearing you scream for your life. How did it ever come to this? This guy right here is David Morin Jr. I wonder if the senior was in his life. And if he was in his life, what type of knowledge and wisdom did he give him to make him act outside of normal, upbringing? I don't it's crazy like how every day I can grab a story now where somebody is beating the hell out of somebody else. It's a lot of weak dudes out here, man. It is. And other dudes out here like me, we be looking like, you know what I'm saying? I had a friend one time that jumped on his girlfriend while I was there. He bigger than me. I tried to stop it. I'll never forget, he pushed me like I wasn't even his friend. So I goes and jumps up and he got near the wall, punching on his girl. I put my feet on the wall and try to kick off and tackle him. I tackle him and I look at his face because, I land on top of him wrestling. I look at his face. Yo, his pupils. Now, this guy don't do no drugs or nothing. His pupils dilated like a cat. I don't know what it is in the brain of some men that when they snap, they go all the way out. It was like I didn't even know him. Now, luckily, she got up, and got out the house. Her clothes was tore and stuff because they was fighting. Before he could get up and grab her, before she got out the door. But until she left his plane of sight, he didn't calm down. And I put my life in danger trying to stop him from going to jail. It wasn't about saving her as much as trying to stop him from making a mistake that he'll regret for the rest of his life. Now, granted, what they were arguing about and fighting about, was something that she did that was real messed up. And I still wouldn't let him beat her up like that. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. People got to listen. There are some people out here, how can I say this, that see these flags. In the case of a girl, he might be a thug street type wild dude with a violent disposition. That might turn you on until he comes back and he puts that violent disposition on you. Or it might be a guy that like a girl with a lot of sass, a lot of mouth. She's a fighting chick. I'm going to ride for you regardless. And she want to do the same devilishment he want to do in the street. And then he want to break off from her because she more extreme than him. And all of a sudden, she either going to go get some more dudes to go deal with him and take him out of there, or she going to turn up and go juggernaut style on him. It can go bad at any minute. People got to ignore flags. People ignore flags, and they got to stop that. For real, this guy in 7 months bit a piece of this woman's nose off, man. Make that make sense. Like when I seen it, I'm like, yo, I got to do this video. I mean, it take a lot to punch somebody in the face that you messed around with and held hands and had good times with to override all of that and then want to give them imminent destruction. But let me tell you something. As a woman, a lot of women ain't gonna want to hear this. They're frailly built. They're not built for battle. We are. A punch from a man is a devastating thing, even for men. And there's some women out there that act as though a man ain't gonna hit them, or he won't hit them, even though he had a past. He had abuse in his past. You can't fix this type of dude, y'all. And a lot of ladies that are wild like this, you gotta lead them by the roadside too, guys. Man, I want to work in the strip club. The hell you do? How savage. He went back to his primordial roots. That drove him to go back to his animalistic tendencies. Because remember, man, even though we're smart and all this stuff, we're still an animal. Some of us can't differentiate when to be an animal and when to just be normal, I guess. But I mean, this is unfortunate. Can you imagine that? You go to emergency room with part of your nose gone. Full disfigurement. Doctor, what happened? My boyfriend bit my... You know how embarrassing that is? What kind of person does that? I mean, I'm floored by this, guys. I am floored. Y'all got to be careful out there, man. Me, I'll sit over here and I'll chill. But I mean, stuff like that, I would not tolerate when I see the flags. Too old. Too old. I notice when I do these videos, a lot of y'all be like, "Ooh, single life don't seem that bad." Well, single life is bad. Because, you know, human beings are meant to go through life in pairs. But we need to do a better job in really singling out somebody that's right for us and override our desperation from not wanting to be alone. That's what I think. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Music Channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Take care. This is horrific.